Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
KBEK Sports. Local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15. He's going to high step into the end zone. Touchdown!
Slips one, slips a second, able to get away for Sluga. Back underneath, far side, and a goal to the lane, and just gets the roll. Wow.
Mora, Pine City, North Branch, Graham, East Central, Hinckley Finlayson, Malacca. Find out who plays next at kbek.com.
What can you get for $5? $5 lunch deal all month long from 11 to 3, Monday through Friday. Sandwich and chips, from classic grilled cheese to ham and Swiss, or turkey and cheddar at Burnett Dairy Bistro. Who doesn't love a great deal? $5 lunch at Burnett Dairy Bistro all month long. Burnett Dairy Cooperative, real farms, real flavor. Visit us online at burnettdairy.com. Burnett Dairy Cooperative Pizza of the Month is sweet and spicy pepperoni. This take and bake pizza is a must for all you pepperoni lovers out there. Only found at Burnett Dairy Cooperative Bistro. Found in January, it's National Cheese Lovers Day. Burnett Dairy Cheese Store is celebrating. There will be cheeses in the store for only $2.99 a pound and 99-cent fried cheese curds. Stop on in and celebrate National Cheese Lovers Day at Burnett Dairy Cheese Store, January 19th through the 21st.
Baseball and softball coaches, are you looking for dry, warm practice time?
Here's the Pitch in North Branch can help. Here's the Pitch offers amazing indoor options for your team.
Offering state-of-the-art pitching machines and batting cages.
And space for you to give instruction without worrying about the weather outside.
Take your athletes to the next level.
Coach up your team during every season or off-season. Affordable practice space for your ball teams.
Make your reservation today.
Call Here's the Pitch today or visit them on Facebook.
Here's the Pitch in North Branch.
Ethan Game Day Gilman here, and I'm joined by a special guest for today's broadcast. I'm joined by Jan Bernier, owner of Here's the Pitch. First of all, Jan, thank you so much for joining me.
Well, thanks for having me.
And this is a special occasion here. You coming to state, not for me, but for the North Branch Vikings, your daughter, a part of this team. What does it mean to be down here, a part of state once again? As you mentioned to me before, your daughter, kind of a book ending for her.
So Hannah pitched North Branch to the state tournament in 2021 as a freshman. She's now a senior, so she managed to pitch them back here. Obviously, she would credit her team. You need run support, you need a defense, and so they stepped up and threw sections, even though the season didn't go anywhere near where they wanted to be. In the regular season, they stepped up when they needed to.
And it's been a journey for them this season. You mentioned the wins versus losses, not quite how they wanted during the regular season, but this postseason has just been so much fun to be a part of. What has it been like to watch not only your daughter, but this team and their journey throughout this playoff?
Well, quite honestly, it makes you sick to your stomach because you have no idea what's going to happen today. So, we didn't eat breakfast any day of section game because we were as nervous as they were. It's been phenomenal to watch them play the best they can the last 4 games of this season. Hannah's pitched phenomenally well, especially the last 3 games. The Hibbing game was really, really cold, and so it ended up 9-7. It was kind of a disaster for errors, and it was raining, and so, but to have them come back the next time and beat Chisago and then beat Rock Ridge and then beat Grand Rapids, you can't ask for more. They left every game, they left it on the field, and we're just so proud of them.
Absolutely, and you being the owner of Here's the Pitch, I know I'm told some of the girls on the team are part of Here's the Pitch. What has that been like for you to see them girls not only play, but be a part of Here's the Pitch?
I'm really, really thankful because my husband and I have personal relationships with the kids who work for us. We have 4 of the girls.
And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Nice 95.5 FM KBEK. Ethan Game Day Gilman here with you. And don't mean to cut into that interview, but we're going to get underway here with first pitch coming up here very quickly at Caswell Park in North Mankato. Game Day Gilman bringing you the action from this consolation bracket game for the North Branch Vikings as they play Simley here in the consolation bracket. Now, if they win this game, they'll play again here tonight at 7 p.m. against the winner of Rocori and Benilde St. Margaret. So still a lot on the line for North Branch. Their postseason run at state here not over yet. So stay tuned as we got first pitch coming up here in about, I don't know, a minute, 30 seconds maybe, 15 seconds maybe. I don't know. It's coming up quick, though. Taylor Gallagher will be in the circle for the Simley Spartans. Catching for her will be Kayla Buck. Spartans of Simley wearing their white uniforms, the Red Sox, the light blue, sky blue, baby blue, whatever you'd like to call it. Letters and numbers outlined in the red belt. As they get set to take the field first, your North Branch Vikings will be at the plate. It'll be Peyton Verdon getting set to lead off for the North Branch Vikings in the left-handed batter's box. They are wearing their black jerseys as they were yesterday, the white letters and numbers outlined in the black. The red pants today, switching it up with those bright red pants. I love the look, and then the long black socks as well. First pitch coming in here, a little bit after 9 a.m. And here it is at 9:03 a.m. First pitch will be ball one to Peyton Verdon. So Gallagher, the starter for Simley. These two teams in the elimination bracket, because unfortunately they lost their first games of the state tournament. Simley fell to the number two seeded, Winona Winhawks, and they fell 6-1. So they now play in the consolation bracket, as does North Branch. Verdon now with a 3-0 count on the pitches from Gallagher. Vikings had a tough one yesterday against the defending Class 3A champions, the Mankato East Cougars. They fell 16-2, but looking for some redemption here today. A little bit chilly this morning, as it'll be a 4-pitch walk for Peyton Verdon, as she'll make her way down to first, and that is how we begin this consolation game. Coming up to the plate now will be Abigail Pfeiffer for the North Branch Vikings. Runner at first, and that leadoff batter. Again, North Branch has had a terrific postseason run. Only 5 wins during the regular season, but then they ran through their section, beating the 1, 2, 3 seeds of the section playoffs, and then eventually beating Grand Rapids to get here to the state tournament. First pitch is in there for strike one to Abigail Pfeiffer. Of course, if you were listening here right at the start, you heard that short snippet of that interview with the owner of Here's the Pitch in North Branch, Jan Bernier. Bunt is laid down by Pfeiffer, and throw on to first is not in time, and now, Verdon, she got to second on the bunt, overran second a little bit, thought about going to third. She had to dive back to second, and she does get there in time. So a ground out there for Pfeiffer for out number one, but she does advance that runner to second. A much better start today for the Vikings than it was yesterday. Again, chilly, about 61 degrees with that wind consistently gusting at about 21 miles an hour here in North Mankato at Caswell Park. It's borderline ridiculous at times. Creeping up, though, I think we got a high of 73 today. I don't know if we'll 100% get there, but we'll see. So now coming to the plate will be Aubrey. I can't even read my own writing. Goodness gracious. Charpentier, that's how it's said. Charpentier at the plate. She launches that one high for ball one. North Branch, I think, it was the nerves a little bit yesterday. I think the nerves got to him a little bit. You know, senior year for Hannah Bernier, the pitcher, who last time she pitched in the state tournament was her freshman year. So I think a little bit of nerves at the state tournament, and again, when you're playing against the defending state champions, it's always a tough one because they want to come out and defend their title and go back-to-back. So not an easy one there for North Branch in the first round, but much better start here today. Runner on second, and now a 1-1 count for Aubrey Charpentier, the number 3 batter for North Branch. Here's the pitch from Gallagher. Swing and a miss on that one from Charpentier. Probably one she could have let go, as that one was a little bit high. Tad outside as well. Still probably would have been crossing the plate, but I think it was high enough to be ball above the letters there. So now a 1-2 count for Aubrey Charpentier. Vikings with a runner on second, 1 down. Top of the first. That one just off the plate outside for ball 2. That's not an easy one to lay off of for anybody, whether that's baseball, softball, I don't care. That pitch, where that was located, that probably 9 times out of 10 is going to be swung on, but Charpentier does a good job to lay off. 2-2 count now for Charpentier. The pitch from Gallagher. And that one's fouled back, and Charpentier stays alive. The Vikings allowed 10 runs in that first inning yesterday, but after that, it looked like things were starting to come together. Bernier started to look like she got into a rhythm. The defense looked like they got into the game, but still the defense, it just didn't look like it was all there for them. And again, I think it was a lot of nerves. I think it was a ton of nerves for the Vikings yesterday, and that's to be expected. I'm not saying that's a bad thing for them, and I'm not saying that it shouldn't have happened. It's nerves, and that is to be expected, but I'm just saying today compared to yesterday looks a lot better. It looks like they've shaken off those nerves, which for them, a huge plus. So now a full count for Charpentier. Here's the pitch on the way from Gallahue. That's a swing and a hit right over the shortstop's head. It's going to get down for a base hit, and unfortunately for Verdon at second, she thought that one might have been caught by the shortstop, which understandably so, because that one was lobbed perfectly over the shortstop, and she could not get to it. So now you got runners on the corners with one down, and I apologize, that wind picking up. Not much I can do about it, ladies and gentlemen, so I apologize. Now to the plate, Hannah Bernier, the pitcher for the North Branch Vikings. So again, if you hear that noise into the mic, I apologize. That is the wind there, and an easy steal. Wow. Aubrey Charpentier will take second easily. Of course, they're more worried about the runner at third is Simley, but Charpentier will easily take second. So now runners on in scoring position for the North Branch Vikings and Hannah Bernier. A chance to get on the board early, score some runs. Here's the pitch from Gallahue. Bernier lays off that one. That's going to be, a late strike. My goodness, a late strike call. Wow. We had a ump who did this again yesterday. He didn't give a strike call till the ball is darn near back to the pitcher. Tough to tell whether it's a strike or not sometimes. We're not at the best angle to see. We're behind the plate, but not directly behind the plate. We're kind of off to the side a little bit, so you can't really 100% tell. Balls and strikes. But a swing and a miss there by Hannah Bernier. Throw down to third, and Vernon gets back in time. So now the 1-2 pitch on the way. And that one just outside. That'll even the count out at 2 balls and 2 strikes for Hannah Bernier. Runners at second and third, one down for the Vikings here in the top of the first. Here's the pitch. Oh, and a smart idea there by Bernier. She lays off of that one. That one, kind of a rising fastball, and Bernier lifted the bat off the shoulder, but she held off on that one. A full count now for Bernier. And here's the pitch from Gallahue. Bernier fouls that one into the netting, and she'll stay alive with a full count. North Branch not the only team in the state tournament with a losing record. Benilde St. Margaret's also with a losing record coming into the state tournament. Pretty cool to see. Here's the pitch from Gallahue. That's going to be outside for ball 4. So Bernier, patient at the plate, walks to first, and now the bases will be loaded for the North Branch Vikings. And yes, we will get a pinch runner there at first. I want to say that's number 13 for North Branch, I believe anyways, and that would be Jocelyn Meyer, the pinch runner at first. So Jocelyn Meyer will be the pinch runner for Bernier at first, and now to the plate, Morgan Mann. And yesterday for the Vikings, it was Charpentier who hit a two-run single to get the scores. Mann looking to be the player who can do that here now for the Vikings as they have the bases loaded with one down. First pitch in there to Mann is strike 1 on the outside part of the plate. Bases loaded. Gallahue with the pitch. And that one swung on, popped up, and third baseman runs over to grab it in foul territory. Well, that's not what you want there. Well, that's less than ideal for North Branch. Now Alexis Matheson will come to the plate. That's all right, though. They still got the one out to play with. So that'll be out number 2. So this would be huge for Simley if they could hold North Branch without scoring, but for North Branch, it would also kind of really work against them. That's on the ground, and that should be an easy out, number 3. No, it's going to be an error. That's going to score 1 run, and it will score 2. That is why you always play it out. My goodness. What should have been a routine throw over to first for the third out winds up being an error that scores 2. So the runner from first, Bernier, Meyer, the pinch runner for her, will head to second, and Matheson reaches first and then goes to second via the error. So a throwing error will lead North Branch to scoring the first 2 runs of the game, and North Branch gets on the board first. Well, any way you can get them, like I say. 2-0, North Branch with the lead here in the top of the first with 2 down, runners on second and third, and now we're going to have a conversation between the umps. Oh my goodness. Well, I can't hear, so I don't know what's going on. All I can do is guess, and I got to guess there's maybe runner interference. That's what Simley coach is saying, I'm guessing, but I didn't see anything. You can't call it on the runner. She's in the baseline. Yeah, they're going to call him safe. I'm guessing that's what it was. I'm guessing. That's really the only thing I'm thinking he could argue. There's not really much else that Simley coach could argue. Either way, Victoria Thurmer to the plate now. Got runners at second and third, 2 down, and runs have scored. On that brace orthodontic scoreboard, this one another routine ground ball, and oh my goodness, another throwing error will move the first baseman off the bag and allow a run to score. So another error allows Thurmer to reach, and the runner moves to third. Runners now at the corners. It's 3-0 North Branch. And sometimes that's all you need is errors by the other team, which can really spark something. So now Michaela Mihalovic to the plate for North Branch, and 2 plays that should have been routine throws for outs wind up being errors. And of course they will only worry about the runner at third, so Thurmer will take second easily on the steal. No worry about that steal there. They just want to make sure that runner at third stays. So Michaela Mihalovic at the plate, a 1-0 count, and the next one into her is inside and low for ball 2. So my goodness, North Branch has caught a few breaks here in the top of the first. 2 down, 2 ground balls that should have been routine throws for outs wind up being 2 errors that score 3 runs. Another pitch that is high for Mihalovic to make it a 3-0 count. In the top of the first, 2 down, runners at second and third, 3-0. North Branch leads on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. That one in there for strike 1. I want to thank Here's the Pitch for sponsoring, as well as all our other fine sponsors. Here's the Pitch in North Branch. Find them on Facebook. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Mihalovic, and that one will be a little looper to the second baseman for out number 3. Well, no RBIs, no base hits, but 1 base hit, I apologize. So 1 hit, 3 runs, and 2 errors there by Simley puts North Branch on top 3-0 as we will move forward in this game to the bottom of the first inning. And I got to figure out the lineup now. Couldn't quite hear it as we had all 3 PA announcers going at once, so it seems fair. All 3 PA announcers were going at once to announce their lineups for their game, so I could not hear a thing, especially with the wind blowing. I could not hear who was going to be batting where for Simley. So as they try to get out there and bat, I will get the lineup. That should be super professional. Well, like I mentioned, Here's the Pitch does provide the starting lineups. Here's the Pitch, whether you're trying to make the team or take the team to the next level. Go into Here's the Pitch in North Branch. They have state-of-the-art batting cages for baseball and fast-pitch softball. Find Here's the Pitch on Facebook or in the North Branch Outlet Mall. You heard the conversation with Jan Bernier, the owner of Here's the Pitch. A little snippet of that interview in the pregame. Well, what you can call it pregame. Um, heard that snippet. So batting first is going to be number 1, Charlie Raymond. So Charlie Raymond will lead off for the Simley Spartans. Again, for the North Branch Vikings, Hannah Bernier in the circle to pitch. She has Peyton Verdon behind the plate catching. Here's the pitch. And that's low. Ooh, that is called low for ball 1. Just at the knees. Next one's in there. That's strike 1. Now a 1-1 count for the leadoff batter, Charlie Raymond of the Simley Spartans. The 1-1 swung on and fouled down the first base line. Right fielder was after it, but Jersey Richter could not get to it in time, and it will get down for a foul. Trying to catch the number of the batter that would be next. Can't quite see it as she got into the shadows of the dugout. But Charlie Richter now with a 1-2 count. Bernier with the pitch. That one swung on and fouled back. That might go into the other field of play. I don't think it quite made it there, but some fan over there got a souvenir. Count stays 1-2 for Raymond. Bottom of the first, your North Branch Vikings lead on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, 3-0 over the Simley Spartans in this consolation bracket. Early game here at 9 a.m. As Bernier's next pitch to Raymond is high for ball 2. 2-2 count, and Bernier with the pitch. That one stays high for ball 3. So now a full count for Charlie Raymond of Simley, and for Bernier trying to grab that next strike and get the first out. That one is swung on and fouled. Vernon caught it off the fence. Won't count for an out, though. Yeah, unfortunately, not like maybe some arena ball or anything. Can't catch it off the fence or off the netting. Fence netting, I guess it's close enough. Full count pitch on the way again. That one's fouled again, and Raymond officially battling up there with Bernier. Turned into a pretty good battle. Got quite a few seniors here for North Branch. I think it's 10 of them. But unfortunately, they did lose their starting third baseman on the year during the preseason, so unfortunate there for them. And that one's going to be low for ball 4, so Raymond will head to first on the walk. And now coming to the plate will be number 6 for Simley. And number 6 will be Alyssa Downhour. Downhour. Oh. First pitch is in there, and then the throw down to second. I don't know. I think she got her. I don't think she had the bag before her foot was tagged. Well, they're going to say she got in there anyways. I don't know about that one. That one was close. Of course, I'm going to argue for North Branch, but did she pull back on that bunt? I don't think she did. I think that bunt attempt was still there. Well, I'm going to say she did. Man, I don't know. That was close. I don't think she pulled back in time. 2-0 count, though, for Alyssa Downhour of the Spartans. That bunt is down. Throw on to first by Bernier in plenty of time for out number 1. Runner will advance to third on the bunt. And now coming to the plate, I believe is 14, which would be Emma Sealhammer. Oh, what a name. So Emma Sealhammer fouls that one back into the netting. Emma Sealhammer at the plate for Simley. 1 down. And a runner on third. North Branch, it would love to get out of here without surrendering a run. That one swung on, and now it's going to score a run no matter what. That was just a good hit there by Sealhammer down the third base line. And that'll be an RBI single. So the run will score, and that'll make it 3-1. But good news for North Branch, they got on the board first, so it's still North Branch with the lead. Now to the plate is going to be, number 4, the pitcher Taylor Gallahue, fighting with the wind here. Gallahue is at the plate with the first pitch to her is ball 1. Bernier with the next one. That's just high above the letters for ball 2. 2-0 count now for the pitcher Taylor Gallahue. And I apologize for that blowing in the mic. Can't really help with the wind here. It is just ridiculous. So 2-1 after that pitch there from Berniers into Gallahue for strike 1. Here's the 2-1 delivery. That one swung on right to the second baseman. Throw on to first for the double play. What an absolute beautiful play there by Abigail Pfeiffer at second, grabbing the double play. A line drive right to her for out 2, and then she threw it back to first for the double play. And out number 3. Well, that's a one way to end the inning if you're North Branch. They allow the 1 run, but that is it. So the 1 run on the 1 hit. And no errors for North Branch. So we'll move over to the top of the second inning here at North Mankato at Caswell Park. Game Day Gilman here on Nice 95.5 FM. KBEK will be back for the start of that second inning after a word from our fine sponsors. You're listening to State Softball on KBEK.
Does radio advertising work? It just did. Make it work for you. Contact us at wcmpradio.com.
Interested in raising funds for your school or organization? Burnett Dairy Cooperative is now participating in cheese fundraisers. Raise funds by selling cheese to your friends and family and supporting our local farmers. Please call us at 715-689-2053 to find out more.
Back here on KBEK, Nice 95.5 FM. Game Day Gilman with you here at Caswell Park in North Mankato, where the Vikings have the 3-1 lead over the Simley Spartans. Don't forget, listen to WCMP or KBK all summer long for your chance to win tickets to the St. Paul Saints. This is your chance to enjoy the sights, sounds, and feel of CHS Field every Friday morning, brought to you by the Hinckley Firehouse. So tune in tomorrow morning. You'll get a keyword to text in and enter for your chance to win those St. Paul Saints tickets. This ball is either apparently high or outside. It didn't look like it was a strike to me, but is a ball call to Caitlin Hammond. We'll take it. So 1-0 count now for Hammond. Here's the pitch from Gallahue. That's outside for ball 2. Caitlin Hammond, the shortstop for North Branch. Of course, Richter, the right fielder, she will not bat. It's Morgan Mann who is batting for her. She flew out to the third baseman. And trying to throw down the quick bunt and run, but Hammond missing on it. She, she first missed and then had to step over the ball so as not to get hit by it. 2-1, a soft roller to the pitcher and throw on to first, round number 1. So 1 down now for North Branch here at the top of the second. And we get back to the top of the order for the Vikings. It's Peyton Verdon. Not Vernon, Verdon. So 1 down now, Verdon at the plate. Here's the pitch. It's in there for strike 1. Vikings lead 3-1 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. 0-1 pitch on the way to Verdon. That one's inside, high as well for ball 1. Game Day Gilman here at Caswell Park in North Mankato. First time I've been here. I had never been through Mankato until about a month ago, and this one up to us. But it's he gets down for a foul behind us. So 1-2 count now for Peyton Verdon. Yeah, I'd never been through Mankato until about a month ago. I was driving through for a comedy show and obviously drove back through, got some grub here on my way back, and that was the first time I'd ever been to Mankato. So this is the second time that I've actually stayed, or the first time I've actually stayed, the second time I've been through. Pretty cool spot. 2-2 count now for Peyton Verdon as that one is low for ball 2. Here's the pitch from Gallahue. That one, in there for strike 3, and Verdon will go down looking. And unfortunately for the Vikings yesterday, they had a few of those where it was like, man, I feel like you got to be swinging there at those ones. So now 2 down for North Branch. The wind is like a child asking, are we there yet? It's just kind of annoying now at this point. Like at first it's fun, you have fun with it. Now it's like, come on, really? I just want to look at my notes clearly. I don't want to have to be fighting against the wind. So 0-1 count now for Abigail Pfeiffer. She fouled that one off, and she looks at that one. That's in there for strike 2, yeah. She thought about it, and then she held off, and I'm not sure why. That one, just not the one she wanted to swing at, apparently. So now an 0-2 count for her with 2 down. That one's outside, and man. Ball 1. So 1-2 now for Abigail Pfeiffer. Remember, she made that double play, bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. That one is outside. That'll even count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, maybe 2-1 says the scoreboard, but I think it's. I'm sure it's 2-2 on the way. Again, just a little soft roller to the pitcher. Throw on to first is in time for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down, go the Vikings. No hits, no runs, and no errors there committed by Simley. And we will head on down to the bottom of inning number 2. Your North Branch Vikings leading the Simley Spartans 3-1 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. We'll be back after a word from our fine sponsors here on nice 95.5 FM KBEK.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique, specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Okay, let's get started. Counselor, give me your case.
Your Honor, I represent the kids on summer vacation. The kids that did their homework all year. Well, mostly. The kids that ate their veggies, looked out for their little sisters and brothers, and took out the trash when Dad was gone fishing. Your Honor, these kids deserve some fun this summer, like train rides, cheeseburgers, movies, whitewater rafting, or the rodeo. Fun for crying out loud. I present Exhibit A.
This week, get a $10 gift certificate to Freddy's and Mora for only $5. That's food for half off. Case closed.
Order in the court.
WCMP deals. Visit WCMPradio.com/deals.
And here we are in the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Simley Spartans is number 12, Rowan Smith. And she fouls the first one back between the legs of Peyton Verdon. And then this next one is fouled up. And the catcher, Verdon, can't get to it in time. She didn't. I don't think she even realized that one was popped up behind her. Next one for Smith is, just fouled down that third base line. Winds up actually going over the dugout for Simley. So now an 0-2 pitch here from Bernier is just outside for ball 1. Bernier really did a good job late in that game yesterday, painting the edges of the strike zone. she got that working for her, as now 2 straight pitches that are outside for ball 2. 2-2 count for the leadoff batter, Rowan Smith. Bernier, the 2-2, that one is swung on down the third base line. That's going to be fair. That's going to roll a ways. That'll be extra bases for Rowan Smith. Throw in when that will be a leadoff double for the Spartans. So, that not ideal, but it's all right. It's only 1 at bat. Now, Chloe Hayfert, number 20, to the plate. Hayfort lays down a small bunt. Throw on to first is in time for out number 1. So they ground out for out 1, and that'll advance the runner to third. So 1 down now for Simley, but that runner at third again. And now coming to the plate will be number 3, which that is Bailey Frank. Frank at the plate. Here's the pitch, swung on right at the shortstop. Throw on to first, in time. Oh, no way! She definitely got there in time. She definitely got that throw there in time. That should be an out. That should be out number 2. Oh, we'll respectfully disagree there. That should be out number 2. Well, unfortunately, it'll wind up being an RBI single, but based off of my view, it should have been the second out. Well, it'll be 3-2 now, with 1 down for Simley. Now coming to the plate, looks like number 10, Emerson Webinger. Webinger at the plate. Now a 1-1 count for her. 1 down, runner at first. A run has scored for Simley. Bernier with the pitch. That one swung on right at the second baseman. Oh, she got a glove on it, but can only knock it down, and that'll be another base hit there for the Spartans. And, give credit, though, to Pfeiffer, because that one could have easily left the infield. She did all she could to kind of extend to just knock that one down. So now to the plate, number 2, Kayla Buck, the catcher for the Simley Spartans. The first pitch to her is ball 1. Runners at first and second for Simley, 1 down. Buck at the plate. This next one is in there for strike 1. 1-1 count now for Kayla Buck. Bernier, that one swung on and down the third base line, but foul. And just foul, too. That one lucky for North Branch, because if that one hits fair at all, that's rolling, and that, I don't know, depending on the speed of the shortstop or the third baseman, that may have scored a run. But luckily it does go foul, and now a 1-2 count for Kayla Buck. Initially showing bunt here at the beginning. She'll pull back here and now look to swing, but that one's going to be high, so she lays off. And that evens the count out at 2-2 for the catcher for Simley, Kayla Buck. 3-2 lead the Vikings hold on to right now, but with only 1 out for Simley here in the bottom of the second and 2 on. They look to try and tie up this game. That one just off the plate outside from Bernier. That will run the count full for Buck, and a little bit of a tough situation here. Bernier, that one swung on, fouled back into the netting, and Verdon makes the catch. But again, can't catch off the netting for an out, unfortunately. So 3-2 once again. Bernier readies. And here's the pitch. That one again fouled back into the netting. Halovich at first. Does not get to it in time. A team that is just on the edge of our local coverage, Moose Lake Willow River, has shown up. They are in the Class A bracket of things, and they'll get going here shortly, I believe at 11:30. Verdun again makes the catch off the netting as that one goes foul. But again, does not count for an out, which I'm sure for Verdun, she's thinking, man, I've caught about 4 different outs now off the netting. Full count pitch again from Bernier. Ew, just outside for ball 4. That it was so close. I mean, it was right on the edge. Might have just been a tad high. Might have been why it was ball 4. Because looking at the plate from where I'm at, I think it did hit the plate, but I think it was high. So bases are loaded now for Simley. And North Branch, if there's, I guess if you want to call it a silver lining, if you get a ground ball, you can literally touch any bag for an out. And obviously the priority out will be throwing it home to prevent the run from scoring. But you got to induce that ground ball now, and Charlie Raymond is at the plate. She reached on a walk back in the first inning. 3-2, Vikings still hold on to their lead. Oh, and that one just gets underneath Bernier. That's going to score 2. Play at the plate. Nope, it's going to score 1. And Verdun at the plate blocks the runner from scoring from second. So they'll only get 1. Nice job there. So you'll have runner at second and third, Raymond with the RBI double. But it only scores 1 because the tag at the plate. We're tied at 3 now, but thanks to Peyton Verdun and the play from the center fielder, the throw home, they were able to get that second runner out. And the run behind the plate, and then, throw it to second. Oh my goodness, North Branch didn't even, oh no. The runner from third went back. The runner from second was darn near at third, and Bernier just did not realize it. She could have thrown it back to second for the third out. Oh no, a missed opportunity there for North Branch for out number 3. And hit onto the shortstop, but the throw on to first is in time, and I mean just in time for out number 3. Well, they do get that third out and won't surrender another run, but man, what could have been disaster, man, they only allow Simley 2. So, Simley gets 4 hits, 2 runs, and not an error for either side in that inning. So we'll move to the top of the third inning here in this state consolation round between North Branch and Simley. North Branch got off to that hot start in the first, but have since been left off the board. They'll look for another score here in the top of the third when we come back on KBEK.
Hi, this is Sarah from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Do you know about our propane customer referral program? It's simple and rewarding. Refer a qualified new Burnett Dairy propane customer and you'll receive a $100 credit to your account. Terms and conditions apply. Call 715-689-1032 for details and follow our Burnett Dairy General Store Facebook page. Share the warmth with Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
Arrowhead Transit plays a pivotal role in bolstering the communities it serves. By providing accessible and reliable transportation, they ensure essential travel for work, education, and healthcare. Arrowhead Transit is customer-centric, continuously evolving to meet the needs of the community with initiatives like community outreach programs, job fairs, and educational workshops and more. Arrowhead Transit is more than just a transportation service. It is a vital part of the communities it supports. Your connection, your community. Arrowhead Transit. Your ride.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK. Top of the third. Vikings tied with the Spartans of Simley at 3 apiece. Aubrey Charpentier will come to the plate to lead off the top of the third for North Branch, and that one is in there on the outside part of the plate for strike one for Charpentier. She reached on a base hit, then stole second, eventually came around to score the second of their 3 runs in the first. That one's high for ball one. 1-1 now to Charpentier. Pitch from Gallahue is swung on and foul. Just a soft foul there by Charpentier. Here's the pitch. The area's premier indoor batting cages offers individual batting lessons taught by current or former collegiate athletes. Touch them all this season by tuning up your swing at Here's the Pitch in North Branch. Find Here's the Pitch on Facebook. Charpentier swings and misses at that one for out number 1. And now coming to the plate, Hannah Bernier will come to the plate. She walked and also scored a run for North Branch there back in the first. Next pitch to her is high for ball 1, 1-0 count for her. Don't forget you can listen to your favorite music or local sports anytime, anywhere. Download the new KBEK mobile app. It's free. Just visit iTunes or the Google App Store. Next one here to Bernier. Ooh, in there on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Look, that one appeared high at the letters. That's why I thought it was going to be ball 2, but not the case. Again, we're not at the greatest of spots here. We're just off to the side of home plate. And, ooh, that one's apparently low for ball 1, or ball 2. Again, don't have the cleanest look at the plate, so the look I have might be a little bit skewed, so everything that I'm seeing might look a little bit different. Bernier will pop this one out to short center. That's going to get down for a base hit. The diving right fielder for Simley not going to get there in time, and Bernier reaches with a single as the first base runner here of the third inning for North Branch. One down runner at first now for the Vikings, and at the plate will come Morgan Mann, but again, we'll get that pinch runner there for the Vikings, and pinch runner for the Vikings will be Jocelyn Meyer. So Meyer at first now, running for Bernier. Morgan Mann at the plate. Swings and misses at that one for strike 1. 0-1 count now for Morgan Mann. Top of the third, Vikings tied at 3 with the Simley Spartans. If Vikings lose this game, their state tournament run is over. Oh, no! Not much you can do on that one. A double play as Morgan Mann lines it to the second baseman for the second out, and then it was an easy throwback to first for out number 3. Much like the play the Vikings had to end the first inning. Very much like that play. In fact, pretty much the same play. Copy and paste right there. So that'll be it for the top of the third. The Vikings will strand that runner at first, and we're still tied at 3. Vikings will hope to get back on defense and hope to hold Simley off the board in this third inning.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Visit Town & Country Insurance today at townandcountry-ins.com or stop in our offices in Finlayson, Hinckley, and Mora.
24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got savings like Mountain Dew, buy 2, get 2. Gatorade varieties, buy 2, get 1 free. Giants Seeds, 2 for $4. And ready-to-eat Johnsonville brats and hot dogs, 2 for $4. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Emma Sealhammer, probably the best last name here at the state tournament. Sealhammer. That is just, that is an awesome last name. This one, first pitch to her, she swings and hits it out of the infield for a base hit. So a leadoff base hit for the Spartans. They've had a leadoff base runner in every inning now. And that has led to scoring. And the Vikings are hoping that this leadoff batter doesn't come around and score, as now it's going to be Taylor Gallahue, the pitcher, to the plate for Simley. First pitch is high for ball one. Verdon quickly out of first stance to keep that runner there at first. Game behind us sees the home team leading 4-0. It's two red teams, and again, we've got 4A and 3A playing on these fields here at the 9 o'clock hour. I believe the field behind us is Benilde St. Margaret's and Rocori. So Rocori would be leading 4-0 over Benilde St. Margaret's. Next pitch from Vernier is in there for strike one. So 2-1 count for Taylor Gallahue. The bottom of the third, runner on first for Simley. Vernier readies. Here's the pitch. Took something off that one. It's a little looper. Oh, my goodness, it stayed fair. And then a error. And a Richter just made, she's trying to make a play over there in right, trying to throw it to second, but on that type of play, that is not what you want to be doing, because that could have easily led to an error. It didn't, thankfully, because the left fielder, wound up realizing the throw was going to be well wide of the second baseman. So no error there, but runners on with two base hits. Rowan Smith to the plate. Nobody out, and that one low for ball one. Tie game here at 3, nobody out, and North Branch in danger here in this third inning of surrendering this lead. That one's high for ball 2 to Smith. Smith hit a double back just last inning to lead it off for the Spartans of Simley. Again, for North Branch, if they lose here in this one, that'll unfortunately end their state tournament run. But if they do win this game, they'll move on to the Consolation Championship game back here at 7 p.m. This one fouled off down the third base line. Now a 2-2 count here for Rowan Smith. Here's the pitch. And that one is fouled into the netting. Verdon makes another catch off the netting again. She's got about 6-7 outs from catching that ball off the netting. Fortunately, it doesn't count as an out, but if it did. 2-2 pitch on the way again from Bernier. That one swung on and hit out to deep right field. That'll score one for sure. The runner at first is going to have to hold there at third. She was right on the runner's tail from second. So it'll be an RBI double for Rowan Smith, and that will give the lead to Simley. Runners now at second and third. Nobody out. Four to 3, Simley with the lead. And now to the plate, Chloe Hayfert. That one swung on. Soft roller to the shortstop, throw on to first. It gets by for an error. That'll score 2. So an error allows her to reach, and 2 runs come across. 6 to 3 now. And a meeting in the circle here for North Branch, and that first inning momentum has quickly gone by the wayside for the Vikings, as already 3 hits in this inning have allowed 3 runs for Simley and an error. So it'll be 1 earned run, but 3 runs have crossed. The last 2 were not earned runs because of the error. So it'll only be 1 earned run for Simley here so far. Again, nobody out, and they've got a runner on first now. Well, the Vikings need to get some sort of something going here in the bottom of the third, as they trail now 6 to 3 after getting out to a 3-0 lead in the top of the first inning. An extended talk here for pitcher and coach. So we're back to it now as Bailey Frank to the plate for Simley. Bernier readies. And kind of this one line drive to Pfeiffer at second. She grabs it for out number 1. Dropped it, but it was on the exchange from her hand and glove. So another line drive out for Pfeiffer for out number 1, and now Emerson Webbinger will come to the plate. So one down now for Simley. Pitch here from Bernier, swung on and missed. This was kind of similar to what happened in the first inning yesterday against Mankato East. A few errors and a bunch of hits. A bunt laid down, throw on to first is in time for out number 2. So Wembinger will advance the runner to second, but she will be out herself on the ground out. Verdon makes a throw to first to grab the out, and 2 down now, runner at second. And coming to the plate for Simley is going to be Kayla Buck. Walked and then eventually reached third. Back in the second. Bernier ready, here's the pitch. That one in there for strike 1. Again, this umpire takes a little bit to call the strike, but all we have to do is wait an extra second or two. Just be patient is all I got to do. Next one, just off the plate. Does, though, make it a little bit interesting for when it's a ball, because sometimes it's like, oh, is he coming back to call that strike? No. So it's 1-1 now for Kayla Buck. Stuff that you guys don't even really care about. That one's going to be foul, and I think Verdon was hoping that one wasn't, because she made a nice throw down to first to grab what would have been out number 3 had that one not been called foul. So it'll be a 1-2 count now for Kayla Buck after that foul ball. Buck showing bunt. She'll pull back, swing, and foul it into the netting. And another catch off the netting by Verdon. After so many catches off the netting, they got to make it a strike or something, because, man, Verdon has grabbed a bunch. Next pitch, that's outside for ball 2. He was counted 2 balls, 2 strikes for Kayla Buck. Bernier readies, and here's the 2-2. That one swung on and fouled once again into the netting. Verdon running after it, grabs it off the netting, but again, it does not come for an out. So count stays 2-2 for Kayla Buck. 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd, runner at second. Pitch from Bernier, took a little something off that one, but man, Buck stays alive just getting a piece of that one. So Bernier back to the circle, and I'm sure it's got to be frustrating for Bernier. She's had a few pitches that, man, look like and probably should have been strikeout pitches, but Simley just gets a little piece of it to keep themselves alive, and a battle again here at the plate between Bernier and Buck as that one again fouled off. So for Bernier, I'm sure it's got to be frustrating as all get out, because, again, she's had some that are like, man, that one's in there, but you just get a piece of it. Here's the pitch from Bernier. That one swung on out towards right field, and Richter's on it to grab it for out number 3. Well, the Spartans do some damage with 3 hits, 3 runs. Only one of them was earned, and no errors by Simley, but an error there for North Branch in this inning. So we will move to the top of the 4th inning here at Caswell Park in North Mankato, where the Vikings will come back to the plate and try and get back those 3 runs they surrendered to the Spartans of Simley. When we come back, after a word from our fine sponsors, as of course you were listening to this game on 95.5 FM, KBEK, and of course audio only at kbek.com. Back after a word from our fine sponsors.
Okay, let's get started. Counselor, give me your case.
Your Honor, I represent the kids on summer vacation. The kids that did their homework all year. Well, mostly. The kids that ate their veggies, looked out for their little sisters and brothers, and took out the trash when Dad was gone fishing. Your Honor, these kids deserve some fun this summer, like train rides, cheeseburgers, movies, whitewater rafting, or the rodeo. Fun for crying out loud. I present Exhibit A.
This week, get an hour of horseback riding at Frontier Stables in Frederick, Wisconsin for only $22.50. Horses, nature, case closed.
Order in the court.
WCMP deals. Visit WCMPradio.com/deals.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK. Wind being a factor here for many different reasons, but for me, just a nuisance at this point. Alexis Matheson swings on that one right to the second baseman, and she'll throw it on to first for out number 1. One down now for Victoria Thurmer coming to the plate for the Vikings. One down, and Thurmer coming to the plate. Top of the fourth, Vikings trail. Vikings trail 6-3 after Simley put up 3 runs there just last inning. And Victoria Thurmer at the plate with a 1-0 count. Next pitch is on the way. That one swung on to deep left field. It is gone! And Victoria Thurmer with a home run. And that'll certainly spark the North Branch Vikings. Thurmer got all, and I mean all of that one. And that one left the fence. Victoria Thurmer, with one swing, gets a run back here for North Branch. 6-4. What a swing there from Victoria Thurmer to get a run back for the Vikings. And man, oh man. And now a 6-4 deficit for the Vikings. Michaela Mihalovic at the plate. And now the Vikings have new life. The entire dugout came out to celebrate Thurmer's home run there. And rightfully so. It gets them back within 2. The next pitch here to Mihalovic is strike. According to the scoreboard, it's 2-1, but the ump has it as 1-1, and we will obviously stick with what the umpire says. 1-1 count now for Mihalovic, and next one swung on and missed. I'm telling you, Mihalovic, if she connects with one, we might see back-to-back home runs. She has got just based on her stride, her kick, and the speed of her swing, she's got it. If she can get a hold of one, she'll drive it over the fence. This next one is swung on and fouled. That bounces off of Mihalovic. So now a 1-2 count for her. Pitch on the way. That one's going to hit her. So maybe in the head of Gallahue a little bit, as that one's going to hit her, and now the Vikings will have a base runner at first. Runner at first. I believe they will get a pinch runner here. Maybe not. Yes, they will. And the pinch runner here for Mihalovic will be 16-10, can't tell. Brings number 10. That would be Sophia Peterson. So Sophia Peterson, the pinch runner at first now for North Branch. And at the plate, Caitlin Hammond. And she is the tying run for the Vikings. One down here, top of the fourth. Vikings trail 6-4. Tying run is at the plate. Here's the pitch from Gallahue. That's in there for strike one. Hammond not even attempt to swing there, and she's just waiting for a better pitch for herself. 0-1 now, and pitch from Gallahue on the way. And she swings and misses on that one. That one's going to come up here. So we get a souvenir. Up here into the broadcasting area, and we'll get it back down and eventually get it back to the field of play. 0-2 now for Caitlin Hammond. As she steps into the batter's box, runner at first, one down. Here's the pitch from Gallahue. That one's outside, and nice catch there made by Buck for the Spartans. Their catcher makes a nice stop there. 1-2 now for Hammond. And you get that runner at first, one down. Hammond is the tying run. Pitch on the way. Hammond went halfway. Didn't go all the way, though, and she keeps herself alive in this at-bat now with a 2-2 count. I mean, she darn near went. Almost got a piece of that pitch, too, as it went to the glove of the catcher Buck, but held up just enough. And an even 2-2 count now for Caitlin Hammond. Pitch on the way. Hammond get this one, and that's past the third baseman for a base hit from Caitlin Hammond. So runners now at first and second as we rotate back to the top of the order for Peyton Verdon, the catcher. Will come to the plate, to the left-handed batter's box, and base hit here. Score one, maybe two. Oh, the top of the fourth inning, Vikings have already scored with a home run from Victoria Thurmer. Then a hit by pitch allowed Mihalovic to reach first, and Hammond with a single now puts runners at first and second. Little conference in the circle here for Simley. That wrapping itself up. And again, Peyton Verdon will be the next batter for North Branch. Beautiful day here today, other than the wind. I tell you what, if I had one wish, it'd be to stop the wind today. But we move forward because it is still a beautiful day. 65 degrees, only a few clouds in the sky. And again, a great day for some softball. This one is in there to Verdon for strike one. So 0-1 pitch on the way from Gallahue. Verdon gets a piece of that one and will foul it out of play down the third base line. It's caught by a fan over there. What a catch. Give him a glove. Needs to be playing softball. Obviously not with the girls, but maybe town softball. Yeah, swing and a miss by Verdon. That'll be out number two. And tough strikeout there for the Vikings. So you got the tying run at first. And now Abigail Pfeiffer comes to the plate. Pfeiffer did hit a double yesterday in their loss to Mankato East, and that'll be huge here for them today. That's going to get through. A base hit for the Vikings, and they're going to try and score the run. It's going to get her. Yeah, they probably should have stopped her at third, but they tried to be a little too aggressive there. As she rounded third, there was really no chance of her getting close to getting home, as that throw from the center fielder was on the mark. And unfortunately, that will be out number three. So a base hit for Pfeiffer, but it won't matter because the runner will be tagged out trying to reach home. So a little too aggressive there from North Branch. I understand the idea. I understand why you do it. But unfortunately, that will be out number three. So Vikings get caught running the bases aggressively. Again, understand it. Trying to grab that second run and then only be down by one, but a little too aggressive there. And we will move down to the bottom of the fourth inning. Vikings trail 6-4. Got a little bit of momentum there in the top of that inning with that home run from Verndon. And now we'll make our way down to the bottom of this inning. Vikings will have to do some work here on defense. Back after word from our fine sponsors.
And here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch, the premier indoor batting cages in North Branch. Whether you're trying to make the team or take the team to the next level, Here's the Pitch has state-of-the-art pitching machines for bulk baseball and fast-pitch softball. $35 gets you cage time with your own pitcher. $40 gets you cage time using one of their top-tier pitching machines. Screens, plates, helmets, they've got the equipment, you provide the batter. Find Here's the Pitch on Facebook or visit here'sthepitchmn.com. here'sthepitchmn.com.
And word with the umpire before we get started. North Branch, I don't know if they made a change. Trying to look and see if they did. Don't really see a change out there. Looks like everybody's in their same spot. I think they're just letting the ump know that, hey, first baseman is back out there, because Mihalovic had a pinch runner, and I think they're just letting them know, hey, she's back at her spot in the field. Yeah, Here's the Pitch in North Branch. Bring your own pitcher and swing for just $35. Or use one of their state-of-the-art pitching machines for $40. Here's the Pitch in North Branch. Make your plate appearance today. Several of the players on this North Branch Vikings team train at Here's the Pitch in North Branch. And again, I had a awesome interview with Jan Bernier, the owner of Here's the Pitch in North Branch, yesterday. Heard a snippet of that here in the pregame, and just so grateful to have that interview with her, and she was so excited to talk about this team's journey, her business, Here's the Pitch, and just how she has heard nothing but great things from people who have come there and trained and worked on their swings, and how younger, not just girls for softball, but young men for baseball, and younger guys, the boys in baseball, how they have hit home runs, and how they just are so happy about the work Here's the Pitch is doing to help these athletes with their swings. And just a great interview with her. You can head to kbek.com, go to the sports tab, and click on interviews to hear that full interview with Jan Bernier of Here's the Pitch in North Branch. So be sure to head over there and hear that full interview. It's a great interview. I loved being able to do that with her. Pitch is swung on here by the leadoff. Oh my goodness. Raymond caught by the pitcher, and the third baseman was coming over to make the play, and she dove at it and didn't realize that Hannah Bernier had made the catch. So the shortstop came over to make the play, but Hannah Bernier caught it. A little bit of miscommunication there. It's still out number one, but I'm sure the shortstop is going to be telling her pitcher, hey, next time be a little bit louder. Didn't hear you there. I was trying to make the catch. I'm sure the wind is playing a factor in that as well. Alyssa Downhour at the plate now. She watches that pitch go by for strike one. So Bernier making the catch for out number one. And again, her shortstop dove in to try and make the catch, but her pitcher, Bernier, made the catch herself. And I'm sure they had a good laugh out there, but I'm sure, I'm sure that Hammond is saying, hey, swing me off or something. That one, half swing, but it's in there for strike two. 1-2 count now for Downhour, and Bernier and company trying to grab out number two. That one swung on down the third baseline, but foul. And that is a skill, ladies and gentlemen. If you can hit a ball down a first or third base line fair, because a lot of those times they're hit so hard, the players at the bases can't catch up with them. So that is a skill if you can do that. 1-2 count for Downhour. Bernier with the pitch. That one's fouled back. With that foul, count stays at 1-2 with one down here in the bottom of the fourth. One-two pitch on the way from Bernier. This one swung on and deep to left. It is into foul territory, and it'll get down for a foul ball. Left fielder over there trying to grab it on the run, but just out of her reach. Alexis Matheson over there trying to make the play. Give her credit for tracking that one, but unable to catch up with it. That one just out of her reach. That was deep enough. I thought it may go all the way for a home run, but it does drift foul. So a 1-2 count again for Downhour. Bernier with the pitch. That one swung on again towards left field, but that one's going to be gone. So that one will be gone. Similar spot, and it is going to make it 7-4. So a home run there for the Spartans, make it 7-4, their lead. Quick player conference in the circle for the Vikings as Emma Sealhammer to the plate. That's a tough one there for the Vikings. You get the quick out, number one, to begin the inning, and then a home run there hit by Downhour, especially when you had her 1-2 behind the count, but sometimes that's just the way it goes. Still only a 3-point game for the Vikings, though, so they've got time to get back into this one. That one in there for strike one for Sealhammer, who holds up, but it's in there for a strike anyways. 0-1 pitch on the way from Bernier, who just above the letters for ball one. Vikings trail 7-4 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK at Caswell Park in North Mankato. That one fouled off down the first base line. 1-2 now for Sealhammer. Don't forget the KBEK mobile app. You can listen to local sports or your favorite music via Bluetooth in the car. Maybe you're on the tractor, getting work done, or at the office. The app is free and available now in iTunes or Google Play. And next one, I'm going to say it's ball two. Apparently off the plate. Again, I don't have the greatest of looks, so I can't say too much about balls and strikes because I am a bit askew off the plate. 2-2 on the way, swung on out towards right center. Richter, and oh my goodness, she collides with the center fielder who makes the catch. And Richter collides with her teammate. I mean, Aubrey Charpentier makes the catch, but Richter collides. Richter may have just got the wind knocked out of her. She's down. Hopefully she's okay. So the catch is made by Charpentier, but Richter running over there to try and make the catch. Communication right now. I think Vikings gotta get back to that because the last two outs seems like communication. And to be fair, they might not be able to hear each other out there with the wind. So to be fair, communication might be there. It just might be the fact that the wind is so in your ear that they can't hear it. So catch was made by Charpentier. Richter made the run over. She collided with Charpentier and was down for a few seconds. Looked like she is up and okay. Could just be that she had the wind knocked out of her. We hope that's the case anyways and hope that she is okay. She looks and appears that way. So at the plate now is Gallahue, and she swings, and it's another pop-up right at the second baseman for out number 3. Well, unfortunately, they do get the one hit for the one run. No errors there by North Branch, and we'll move to the top of the 5th inning. North Branch trails on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard 7-4. Now as we move to the top of the 5th, they'll have 2 more innings to get those runs back, and then defense will have to get their work done in order to keep Simley off the board. But we'll head to the top of the 5th inning here at Caswell Park in North Mankato for the Class 3A state tournament here in the consolation bracket. Back after word from our fine sponsors here on KBEK.
There's just nothing like being on the water, especially on a pontoon. Pine Toon Rental in Pine City has your next outing. Spend the day on the water. Cruise between Cross Lake and Pekegama Lake. Over 20 miles of shoreline with several stops along the way. And start creating memories that'll last a lifetime. But you've got to reserve your pontoon first. Visit pinetoonrental.com. pinetoonrental.com.
95.5 FM KBEK Game Day. Gilman here with you, bringing you the action from this consolation game at the Class 3A state tournament. North Branch playing against Simley here in the consolation round. Began at 9:03 a.m. was first pitch. If North Branch is able to get back and take over the lead and win this game, they'll play again tonight at 7 p.m. for the consolation championship game. And if they do win this game, they would play the winner of Ricori and Benilde St. Margaret's in that consolation championship game. Leading off the top of the fifth for North Branch will be Aubrey Charpentier. She gives this one a swing out to left center. It's going to get down for a base hit. She's going to use her speed to make it an extra base hit as she is into second standing up for a leadoff double. So Charpentier with that base hit, and that is huge for the Vikings. They had last inning, they grounded out the first one, then they hit a home run, then got another 2 base runners on, but unfortunately, the runner that was going to try and score at third, a little too aggressive base running, and she winds up getting tagged out trying to get home. But again, I understand it because, down by 2, trying to get those runs back, and if you get the 1 run back, well, then it would have been only a 1-run game, and man, that makes a big difference now, especially with that home run from Simley just last inning. So I understand it. As now at the plate, Hannah Bernier, she swings and fouls this one off, and she'll now have a 1-1 count. Next pitch to Bernier is high for ball 2. 2-1 count. Hannah Bernier, her mom, Jan Bernier, the owner of Here's the Pitch in North Branch. Here's the pitch, whether you're trying to make the team or take the team to the next level. Get into Here's the Pitch in North Branch. State-of-the-art batting cages for baseball and fast-pitch softball. Find Here's the Pitch on Facebook or in the North Branch Outlet Mall. It is getting rebuilt, ladies and gentlemen. I had a word with Jan Bernier in an interview. You can hear that on kbk.com. Go to the sports tab, click on interviews. She told me that they are rebuilding that. It is being rebuilt, and that new businesses are coming. New businesses are coming into the outlet mall there in North Branch, which would be huge because I remember when that was like the spot. Doesn't seem like that long ago, but it was probably a while ago, and when COVID hit, a lot of those businesses left. Bernier with a 1-2 count, swings and misses on that one for out number 1. So 1 down now for the Vikings here in the top of the 5th. And again, you hear that wind. It's consistent right now at about 20 plus miles an hour, sitting at about 67 degrees. Right now, according to the Weather Channel, it's steadily gusting at 27 miles an hour. Darn near 30 miles an hour of consistent wind. It's quite a nuisance. It's getting to the point where it's like, goodness gracious, this is just annoying. Morgan Mann at the plate with a 1-1 count. Next pitch is high for ball 2. 2-1 for Morgan Mann. Runner at second with 1 down. Again, Vikings trailing 7-4 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard here. Got the next 2 innings to try and get those 3 runs, that they need. Bernier, Mann, that one swung on and hit right at the center fielder. She makes the play for out number 2. It's 2 down now, runner at second, Alexis Matheson at the plate now. And again, apologize, there's that 30 plus 40 mile an hour wind of gust that we just got. So 2 down now, Vikings need to get this runner in scoring position to score. But maybe a 2-out rally now begins for the Vikings. That one in there for strike 1 to Alexis Matheson. 0 for 2 today. Reached on an error back in the first and grounded out just last inning. Vikings looking for a little bit of a 2-out rally here. This one, nearly hits Matheson, but misses. And now a 1-1 count for Matheson. Matheson swings at that one and fouls it into the netting, so now a 1-2 count. Matheson with 1-2, runner at second, 2 down, trying to get that runner to score. Gets that one out towards center, and it is caught for out number 3. Well, that is unfortunate. Looked like a good hit. It was a good hit, but unfortunately, they'll only get the one hit, and they'll strand her at second. No runs and no errors there by Simley, and we'll move to the bottom of the 5th. The Spartans here in this game have scored in every single inning up to this point, and for North Branch, they're hoping they can change that narrative here as we go towards the bottom of the 5th. Vikings trailing 7-4, hoping to keep it that way after the bottom of the 5th. So we will take a quick commercial break, then we'll be back for the bottom of the 5th inning here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK.
Sean here from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. We care about your comfort and safety. Regularly checking your propane gauge is critical, and when it reaches 30%, it's time to give us a call at 715-689-1032 to request a fill. Reliable service from your local cooperative. Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
Bottom of the 5th inning here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK and audio only at KBEK.com. Leading off the bottom of the 5th for Simley is going to be Rowan Smith. She's 2 for 2 today with 2 doubles. One of them was an RBI. First pitch in is in there for strike 1 at the letters. 0-1 for Smith. Bernier takes a little something off that one. Ooh, similar spot as the first pitch, but they're going to say ball 1. Very tough call there. So ball 1 now for Smith. A 1-1 pitch on the way from Bernier. It's swung on and popped up towards right field. Richter, going to get down for a base hit. I don't know if maybe it got lost in the sun there, if communication wasn't there between the outfielders or what, but that is going to get down for a base hit. And to be fair, that's a long ways for Richter to go. Center fielder, yeah, that's a pretty good ways for her to go. Pfeiffer at second thought about it, but I think she thought the outfielders were going to get to it in time, but not the case. So that was just kind of in no man's land there for North Branch. Center fielder, right fielder both had a chance, but an outside chance at it. So it will get down for a base hit. Can't really blame North Branch there. That hit is just kind of in no man's land. Next to the plate, Chloe Hayford, and she deals with a 2-0 count. Next one is in, ball 3. So 3-0 now for Chloe Hayford. That one swung on, right at the first baseman. It's off of her. She's going to step on first for the out. So that's going to sting as that goes off of her bicep. But she steps on first for the out. So 1 down now, and Bailey Frank comes to the plate with a runner on second and 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Vikings trail 7-4 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. That one swung on, down the third base line and foul. Don't forget to tune in every Friday. Listen to WCMP or KBK all summer long for your chance to win tickets to the St. Paul Saints. This is your chance to enjoy the sights, sounds, and feel of CHS Field every Friday morning, brought to you by the Hinckley Firehouse. Yes, so listen tomorrow morning to either WCMP or KBK Morning Show. They'll give you a keyword to text in, and you'll be entered for your chance to win Saints tickets to Saints home games. So be sure to do that tomorrow morning. 1-1 count for Bailey Frank. That one popped up. Verdon makes the catch behind the plate in foul territory for out number 2. So Verdon has been waiting for that all day. She's made a few of them that have bounced off the netting, and she finally makes one that counts for an out. And now Emerson Webbinger to the plate for Simley. 2 down, runner at second. Vikings trying to get out of this inning without surrendering another run to Simley. Again, Simley has scored in every single inning up to this point. Started with 2 in the first, and 2 in the second, and then 3 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. Or none in the fourth, excuse me. Yes, 1 in the fourth. That one swung on out towards second baseman, and Pfeiffer again with another catch to make it for out number 3. So, 1 hit, no runs there for the Simley Spartans, and no errors by either squad. So we will move to the top of the 6th. The Vikings starting to run out of time here in this consolation game against Simley. They will need 3 runs in the next top of 6th and 7th inning if they want to continue their state tournament run. So we will head on over to the top of the 6th inning. Vikings have some work to do out there at the plate here as we get set for the 6th inning of play. Doesn't look like we'll get time for a commercial break, so we'll keep it here. That wind, again, just gusting here. I believe on the weather I heard gusts of 40 miles an hour. That makes it fun. Gives me a challenge, too, because it's blowing the computer and all the equipment everywhere, so keeps me busy. Top of the 6 will begin on nice 95.5 KBEK. Of course, here's the pitch in North Branch. One of our sponsors. Here's the pitch. The area's premier indoor batting cages offers individual batting lessons taught by current or former collegiate athletes. Touch them all this season by tuning up your swing at Here's the Pitch in North Branch. Find Here's the Pitch on Facebook. Leading off the top of the 6th for North Branch is going to be Victoria Thurmer. She has a 1-1 count. Next pitch is high for ball 2. 2-1 count for Thurmer. Vikings again need 3 runs over the next 2 innings to continue their state tournament run, and they also have to hold Simley off the board, in which they did there just in the 5th for the first time this game. Thurmer gets a piece of that one, but right into the glove of the center fielder. Thurmer hit a home run last inning, but this time line drive right to the center fielder for out number 1. Not ideal. I mean, these hits that the North Branch Vikings are getting are good hits. They're just right into the gloves of the fielders out there. They're good-looking hits, but just right to the gloves of Simley. Kayla Mihalovic to the plate. She is 0 for 1 today, flew out back in the first, and then she was hit by a pitch just in the 4th. Swings and misses at that one. And again, I'm telling you, if she can get a piece of one, the way she has got that leg kick and the speed of her swing, I mean, she could send one over the fence easily. That one swung on, and as I mentioned that one's deep to left field, and it is roll right at the fence. It's going to actually bounce off the fence. Mihalovic rounding first into second for a double. Like I mentioned, that could have easily went over the fence, but with that wind gusting, it probably, luckily for Simley, that gust of wind probably keeps that one in play. But for Mihalovic, if the wind was not a factor, that one's gone, and that one is easily gone if it weren't for the wind. So Mihalovic with a double, and now Caitlin Hammond to the plate. She's 1 for 2 today. The first pitch to her is outside for ball 1. And Mihalovic gives the Vikings a spark. She's at second with 1 down. Next pitch in here to Hammond is strike 1. So now a 1-1 count for Hammond. One for Hammond on the way from Gallahue. Hammond gets a piece of this one, and that's going to get down harmlessly for a foul. That one popped up into foul territory. Could have easily, possibly, no, I shouldn't say easily. Could have possibly been caught for now, but it does harmlessly fall for a foul ball. Hammond steps back into the batter's box with a 1-2 count. Runner at second, one down. Another piece of this one that's fouled off and up here into the media area, up on the building on top here. You can hear that wind picking up. It is just ridiculous as Hammond gets another piece of this next pitch, fouls it into third base territory, gets down again for a foul. So Hammond looks like she'll get a different bat here, actually. 1-2 count for Caitlin Hammond. She's fouled off the last few, so battling here to keep herself alive at the plate in this at-bat. Got a new bat here. And we've got, not sure what happened over there, but maybe a ball rolled out of the dugout from Simley or something. But we're back to action here. Hammond with a 1-2 count, pitch on the way, and that's outside for ball 2. For the Vikings here, they trail by 3 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, 7-4 in the top of the 6th inning. One down, a runner at second in Michaela Mihalovic. And Caitlin Hammond at the plate with a 2-2 count after that last pitch that went outside for ball 1. That one's in there for strike 3 to Hammond. She'll go down looking for out number 2. So 2 down now, runner at second, and if you're North Branch, you cannot go another inning with stranding a runner at second after a leadoff double. Peyton Verdon at the plate. That one's going to be in there for strike 1. Last inning in the 5th, it was Charpentier who led off with a double, and unfortunately they wound up stranding her there in scoring position. So if you're North Branch, got to figure out a way to at least get her home and cut into this 3-point deficit. Next pitch here to Verdon is inside for ball 1. 1-1 pitch on the way from Gallahue is swung on right back to the pitcher. Throw on to first for out number 3. Well, the Vikings will again only get 1 hit and will strand the runner at second for the 2nd consecutive inning. They are down by 3, so the top of the 7th will be the inning. They need to score all 3 runs. That is if they can hold Simley off the board here in the bottom of the 6th. So the defense is going to have to come out and do some work here for North Branch. So as they can get those 3 runs back and win this game and then get back to the Constellation Championship game tonight at 7 p.m. at Caswell Park in North Mankato. If they can't, unfortunately, the state tournament run for North Branch will come to an end. So, bottom of the 6th inning coming your way after a word from our fine sponsors here on KBEK.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
You've played the game. Now, be the game. Be the game.
Human Foosball!
Yeah, Human Foosball, part of Freedom Fest Fun. Brought to you by the Pine City Parks and Rec and WCMP. It's a Human Foosball tournament. Win some cool prizes. So get your team of 6 people together. June 29th. Tournament starts at 5 p.m. at the Pine County Fairgrounds. Pre-registration is recommended. Email wcmptraffic@gmail.com. Open to people 50 inches and taller and ages 12 and older. Freedom Fest Human Foosball. Human Foosball at the Pine County Fairgrounds, June 29th. All part of Freedom Fest. Brought to you by Pine City Parks and Rec and WCMP.
Bottom of the 6th inning here. An important inning for North Branch. Try and keep Simley off the board again and make it a need of 3 runs in the top of the 7th. Kayla Buck will lead off for Simley, and First pitch to her is in there, swung on it for strike one. Bernier readies, and this one is fouled back for an 0-2 count to Kayla Buck. She'll show bunt here, and this one is just outside for ball one to Kayla Buck. So a 1-2 count now for Buck. Bernier readies, here's the 1-2. That one swung on and hit down the left field line. That's going to be foul. So Buck will have another 1-2 count. Here in North Mankato, Caswell Park, game day going here for KBEK. Sitting at about 65 degrees. Wind is gusting at about 40 miles an hour. Consistently blowing at about 20 plus, so it is a factor. But we've seen 2 home runs, so not too much of one. 1-2 count now for Kayla Buck. The leadoff young lady for Simley here in the bottom of the 6th, and that one, next pitch to her is wide for ball 3, so it's now a full count for Kayla Buck. Bernier trying to get out number 1. That one swung on right to Mihalovic for out number 1. Mihalovic extends her glove, grabs it for the first out. We'll rotate back to the top of the order now for Simley as Charlie Raymond will come to the plate. So Raymond now at the plate. Pitch showed bunt. I think she might have fouled it off the bunt. So a bunt foul there. And it'll be 0-1 for Raymond. Here's the pitch from Bernier, and that's high for ball 1. One count now for Raymond. Bernier's pitch. Either inside or low. That looked like cross plate had to be low for ball 2. 2-1 now for Charlie Raymond. Bottom of the 6th, Vikings trail 7-4 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. They are going to need hopefully only 3 in the top of the 7th. If they can hold the Spartans off the board here. Again, the Vikings, if they win this game, they'll be headed to the Constellation Championship back here at 7 p.m. If not, state's tournament would be over. That one's outside, and that'll make it a full count now for Charlie Raymond. Here's the pitch in North Branch. Hannah Bernier and her mom, Jan Bernier, owns that. Here's the pitch in North Branch. Bring your own pitcher and swing for just $35 or use one of their state-of-the-art pitching machines for just $40. Here's the pitch in North Branch. Make your plate appearance today, for several of these North Branch State Tournament players train at Here's the Pitch. That one's high for ball 4 from Bernier, and that will put a runner at first for Simley. The Spartans had scored in every single inning until last inning when the Vikings held them off the board, even after a base hit. They had scored 1 run back in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third, 1 in the fourth, but then none in the 5th, and the Vikings will hope to have another inning where they hold the Spartans off the board. First pitch into the next batter, Alyssa Downhour. Swung on and missed for strike 1. 0-1 count for Downhour. Bernier with the pitch. It's swung on and fouled off of the batter Downhour, so that'll make it an 0-2. Bernier readies. Here's the pitch. That one swung on and missed. Throw down to first is not going to be in time, and in fact, it's so far behind the play. Unfortunately, Raymond's going to get to second. So it will be a strikeout for Downhour. Verdon tried to make a play there at first, but Raymond was already halfway to second, so she just went the rest of the way. So 2 down now, runner at second, and Emma Seelhammer at the plate for Simley. She swings and misses at that one, and it's a 1-1 count for Seelhammer. Pitch is in there from Bernier, but outside for ball 2. 2-1 count. Bernier hits this one, and that one is swung on down the first base line into foul territory, but it is caught by Mihalovic in foul territory for out number 3. So no hits, no runs here for Simley. No errors by North Branch, and we'll move to the top of the 7th. North Branch down to their final 3 outs. They need 3 runs. Can they repeat their first inning and get 3 runs? And maybe then some, and get this game to the bottom of the 7th and maybe even further, so as to try and win this game. We will return after a word from our fine sponsors. It'll be what could be the final inning of play, or maybe North Branch can come out, get a few runs, tie it up here, or maybe even take the lead and try and win this game. Back after a word from our fine sponsors here.
Attention baseball fans! Are you ready to experience the thrill of St. Paul Saints baseball with our weekly live on-air giveaway? That's right! Every Friday is your chance to score big and win tickets to see the Saints live in action at beautiful CHS Field. Imagine the atmosphere, the crack of the bat, the smell of freshly popped popcorn, and the joy of being surrounded by fellow fans. Special thank you to our incredible sponsor, bringing in the heat with Hinckley Firehouse. Listen to WCMP every Friday morning for your chance to win tickets to the St. Paul Saints.
That's every Friday on both WCMP and KBEK. So tune in tomorrow to the morning shows. You'll get a keyword to text in, and you'll be entered for your chance to win Saints tickets for a home game of theirs. Abigail Pfeiffer will lead it off for North Branch here in the top of the 7th. Their Vikings are down to their final 3 outs, but they need 3 runs. So can they repeat their first inning, get those 3 runs tied up, and move this game forward into extra innings and try and get the victory? First pitch to Pfeiffer, swung on, and that's going to go foul. A good swing there, and it's going to get into the tree in foul territory. Man, if she straightens that one out, that one's a home run. Maybe even past the second fence out there for the town softball. You have a fence here for high school softball, and then a fence deep out there for, town ball league softball. This one, ooh, my goodness, an outside pitch called strike. Ooh, yeah, I don't know if I'm head coach for North Branch, I'm probably coming in and arguing about that pitch. That one, ooh, well outside. That one's outside as well. That one will be ball 1. It's now a 1-2 count for the leadoff batter, Abigail Pfeiffer. And the Vikings need 3. Pitch from Gallahue. Justin, oh my goodness, just inside for ball 2. Man, if I'm, again, I don't have the greatest of view at it because I'm just askew off home plate up here. But man, that one looked like it was over the plate. But Pfeiffer, great eye to hold off. 2-2 pitch on the way. That one's outside, and that'll run the count full. Full count now for Abigail Pfeiffer to lead off here, the top of the 7th for North Branch. That one's low, and that will be ball 4. So Pfeiffer, a patient at bat, and because of that, she's rewarded with a walk. Aubrey Charpentier comes to the plate. She is 2 for 3 today, a single and a double, and a strikeout back in the 3rd. And a conference in the circle now for Simley, as the Vikings have the base runner at first, the leadoff batter in Pfeiffer. Charpentier will be the next at bat. Vikings again need 3 here in this 7th inning. Why not get 4, 5, 10, 12, 20? Get as many as you can here in this inning and try and extend the game into the bottom of the 7th. Charpentier at the plate now. First pitch to her is swung on, and that's in foul territory. It's popped up and caught for out number 1. Well, the first baseman bobbled it, but she is able to hold on for the first out. That one is caught for out number 1, so down to their final 2 outs now are the Vikings. Hannah Bernier at the plate. Bernier swings and fouls that one back. Again, Vikings need 3 runs here to extend this game. And if they can win this game, they'll be on to the Constellation Championship tonight at 7. If they lose, the state tournament run for them, unfortunately, will come to an end. Next pitch on the way to Bernier. Swing, and that one's going to get through the infield for a base hit. And Pfeiffer looks, but she's going to stop at second. So a single there for Bernier. She's now 2 for 4 today. Well, 2 for 3, excuse me. So now runners at first and second for North Branch. 1 down and coming to the plate, Morgan Mann. And Morgan Mann yesterday had a RBI 2-run single. Or excuse me, that was Charpentier. But Mann had a good outing yesterday as well. Swings and misses at the first pitch here for strike 1. So this next pitch is going to be outside for ball 1, and a 1-1 count now. For Morgan Mann. Pitch on the way. Mann, oh my goodness, a late swing and miss there for Mann. Just some indecision there at the plate from Morgan Mann as she decided to swing a little too late at that one, so now a 1-2 count. And she'll have to be protecting here on 1-2 with 1 down, and you need 3 runs. Do the Vikings, here's the pitch. Mann will get this one out towards left field. It's going, gone! No, it's going to bounce at the fence, and they're not going to hold Pfeiffer at third. She is going to score. So Pfeiffer will score. It's an RBI single for Morgan Mann. That one looked like it was carrying enough to go gone, but again, that wind probably helps keep it in play. So an RBI single for Morgan Mann makes it 7-5, and the Vikings need 2 runs now as Alexis Matheson heads to the plate. And first pitch to her is outside for ball 1. So the Vikings get 1 of the 3 runs that they need. Matheson, this one is going to go foul out of play. Good swing on that one, but that'll put the count at 1-1. Another team that's kind of just right outside our broadcast area, Forest Lake here as well. Moose Lake, Little River, and Forest Lake, both teams just outside of our broadcast area. Are both here at this state tournament. Moose Lake, Little River in Class A, Forest Lake, Class 4A. Matheson swings and misses on that one, so now it's a 1-2 count here for Alexis Matheson. Vikings need 2 more runs. 1-2 count, runners on first and second. Matheson checks. Oh my goodness, it's in there for strike 3. She'll go down looking, and now the Vikings are down to their final out. Victoria Thurmer coming to the plate. She'd be the go-ahead run. They got the tying run at first. 2 down now for North Branch. Vikings trail 7-5 on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. They need 2 to continue this game. don't forget, you can listen to your favorite music or local sports anytime, anywhere. Just download the new KBEK mobile app. It's free. Just visit iTunes or the Google Play Store. And that one popped up by Thurmer, and that'll be it. Caught by the third baseman for out number 3. So unfortunately there, that will be it for the Vikings and their state tournament run, as Simley will get the victory 7-5. So the Vikings will see their state tournament run come to an end here at the hands of Simley. But what a season it was for the Vikings. We will take a commercial break. We'll come back after a word from our fine sponsors, recap this game, and as well let you know what's coming up for us and our broadcast schedule going forward. You're listening to State Tournament Softball here on KBEK.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners, with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
There's just nothing like being on the water, especially on a pontoon. Pine Toon Rental in Pine City has your next outing. Spend the day on the water in style with this 20-footer that holds up to 9 passengers. Whether you want to fish or just float, take the river, take the lake. But you've got to reserve your pontoon first. Visit PinetoonRental.com. PinetoonRental.com.
At Walia Health, your eye health is our passion. With cutting-edge technology and a team dedicated to your well-being, we're here to ensure your eyesight shines bright. From diagnosing and treating conditions like cataracts and glaucoma to helping you find the perfect pair of glasses or contacts, we've got you covered. Schedule your appointment today at waliahealth.org or give us a call at 320-679-2020. Let's keep those eyes sparkling together.
Let's talk concrete. Let's talk St. Croix Construction in Hinckley. St. Croix Construction has openings right now for your concrete project. House slabs, basements, garage or pull shed floors, driveways, patios, colored, stamped, or exposed aggregate. Get on St. Croix Construction's calendar now. 320-279-1435. Or find St. Croix Construction LLC on Facebook. Concrete done right with St. Croix Construction.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK. Sadly for the North Branch Vikings, their postseason run is over, and at the state tournament, their run is over as well. But what a season it was for North Branch. They came in with 5 wins going into their section playoffs. Only 5. But then they only went on to be the number 1, 2, and 3 seeds in their section playoffs, and then go on to beat Grand Rapids in the section championship to get here to state. So what an incredible run it was for North Branch and the Vikings here. They unfortunately lost to Mankato East yesterday 16-2 and lose here to Simley 7-5. But what a run it was for the North Branch Vikings. A home run hit there by Victoria Thurmer, but she would wind up being the last out. And man, what a run here for the North Branch Vikings. Hannah Bernier, 6 innings, 10 hits, only allowed 5 runs, but 7 runs were scored total and 1 strikeout as she walked only 3. So wasn't a bad outing for the Vikings, but unfortunately there, again, a big inning back in the third, wound up scoring 3 runs. Only 1 of them was allowed, but via the error. But for North Branch, got out to a hot start, just could not hold on to that, as Simley did a good job of getting hits early and often, and scored a run in every single inning up to the 5th and 6th when they were held off. But North Branch just could not get those final couple runs to score and fall here in this one to the Simley Spartans 7-5. So that will do it for the North Branch Vikings State Tournament run. It has come to a close, and unfortunately for them, That will be it. Tomorrow, though, stay tuned as we will have some section championship baseball coming your way. Foley will be over there at Dick Putt's Field, and I believe we'll be out there for that one. Dick Putt's Field for that one, and then Ogilvie will play against New York Mills up in Piers. We'll try and get out to that one. Again, I'm the only one who is able to call games during the spring, so unfortunately I am the only one who can get out to games and call them. So for anyone who's wondering what games are we calling, can we call more? Not really. As me being the only guy who can call games during the spring sports season, it's a little bit tough to try and call more than one game. So we'll try and get out to as many as we can, try and get somebody out there if we can as well. But for North Branch, what a season it was. A bunch of seniors on this roster for them, and what a run it was for them here. Only 5 wins during the regular season. They come through, beat the 1, 2, and 3 seeds in the section tournament, win their section, get to the state tournament, and what a run it was for them. Just give a shout out to their seniors, Allison Portrament, Jersey Richter, Michaela Mihalovich, Hannah Bernier, Peyton Vernon, Michaela Skiba, Carly Kantorowitz, and Alexis Matheson. Those are their 8 seniors on their roster for the North Branch Vikings softball team. So a huge shout out to their seniors, a big congrats on the season. Section champions and state tournament entrants here in Class 3A, but their season does come to the end against the Simley Spartans. So for KBEK 95.5, I want to thank all of you so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for tuning in. You give me a job to do, so I appreciate you all tuning in. I want to thank all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and every other broadcast that we do. We appreciate those fine sponsors. Here's the pitch in North Branch. Of course, check them out at the North Branch Outlet Mall or on their Facebook page. Here's the pitch. And, of course, be sure to check out that full interview that I had with the owner of Here's the Pitch, Jan Bernier, on KBEK.com. Go to the sports tab and click on interviews, and you can hear that interview with her right there. Be sure to check that out. It was a great interview with her. I appreciate her once again for joining me for that interview. Stay tuned tomorrow. We'll have some section championship baseball coming your way with Foley, as they will take on, not quite sure yet in who they'll be playing. Excuse me. The games got switched around because of the weather, so not 100% sure who they'll be playing. They'll be playing the winner of, they could be playing Piers, St. Cloud Cathedral, or Albany, because those look like those got moved to today because of the weather here the last couple days. So be sure to tune in for those tomorrow. Once again, don't forget to stay tuned to our morning shows on 95.5 FM KBEK with Rockin' Robin Raleigh at 7:30 and 8:30. Then over on 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45. That's when you'll hear your local sports update. We'll talk about this game and all the other games going on in our local listening area, plus some regional and national sports as well. Of course, stay tuned to our social medias at both Facebook pages for KBK and WCMP, at our websites, WCMPradio.com, KBK.com, and our Twitter at WCMP Radio for all things local sports. We'll do breaking sports news, LOI signings, broken records, coaches retiring, new coaches coming in, interviews, broken records, all of those things and more on our websites and social media pages. But again, here in this Class 3A consolation game, the Vikings lose to the Simley Spartans 7-5, ending their season. But again, what a run it was for them. Section champions and state Class 3A entrants. I want to give a huge shout out to the North Branch Vikings on their season, the 8 seniors on their roster, and of course to all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and every other broadcast that we do. We appreciate you. Of course, we also thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you for tuning in. So that'll do it for us here today out at Caswell Park here in North Mankato. We will be heading out to section championship baseball here tomorrow. I want to thank Joshua Miron for getting me on and off air here today. Appreciate him. So as to make his job a little bit easier, I'll close up this game again, thanking all of you, thanking all the fine sponsors. Remember to tune in tomorrow for section championship baseball. Final here again on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, the North Branch Vikings fall to the Simley Spartans 7-5. For Nice 95.5 FM, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your afternoon.